result of 22 laps in the desert challenge. That is because we have a unique 3-speed hybrid gearbox, and there can be the best allocation of power be properly allocated to the different parts. And it has powerful electrical motors and a high-density battery designed for off-road scenarios. And we want to make sure that performance is always maintained at a high level. This system does not have the issue of overheating, and the fuel efficiency is always very high. So this Hi4-Z has the capabilities of being the delta champ. We know that in all kinds of scenarios, at all levels of battery electricity, we want to achieve the optimal performance. For hybrid energy vehicles, the output power is the sum of the engine and the battery. Even if you have like 20 electric motors, that is still the physical principle. When the battery is full, if you can get the max output, and when the battery is low, you can still achieve a very high performance or high power level, then the whole performance is going to be fantastic. We want to make sure that no matter how much electricity there is in the battery, the power output is consistently high. Just now in the video, you saw this vehicle delivered 22 laps in that data challenge. To achieve that goal, we need to have the right power split. Power split is very important. For customers, that might be too technical. Let me explain this. Actually, that is quite clear. Think about the Dujiangyan irrigation system. That is a remarkable feat of ancient engineering. That system can actually allocate water. So if on the upstream there is a flood, then water can be distributed to the Chengdu plain. If there is little water, then this irrigation system can also make sure there is adequate water flowing along the waterways. It is self-regulated. It requires minimal human intervention, and it shows the power of nature. So for Hi4-Z, we actually learn from the Dujiangyan irrigation system. The requirements for power could differ. In different scenarios, there might be different requirements for power, and the system can allocate power dynamically. And we do not need to have a very lengthy process of storing energy in a battery. Instead, this power split system or mechanism in Hi4-Z can ensure the best match between the engine, the battery output, and the need for power. Power split is not our invention. Toyota has been a pioneer in that aspect. Since mass-producing its planetary gear set-based hybrid system in 1997, Toyota has undergone 5 iterations, but its technology for power split has been used in urban scenarios, not in off-road scenarios. It is very hard to achieve high torque. Think about all the scenarios in deserts. With our Hi4-Z, we can combine our three-speed transmission and the power split technology to resolve all the technical difficulties in desert scenarios. And also, we could see with our system, the speed ratio range is twice that of Toyota's 5th generation 2HS. And we can achieve smart energy management. And that is how we can achieve an engineering miracle in general offloading. Hi4-Z is currently the world's most comprehensive hybrid system configuration, encompassing all the operating modes found in other hybrid systems, including pure electric, extended range, power split, direct drive, parallel, and four-wheel drive. Through intelligent vehicle control, the system can automatically select the most efficient operating model for different scenarios. That eliminates the need for inefficient charging and discharging cycles, thereby maxing out energy efficiency. So that is the strength of our Tank 500 Hi4-Z. Now let's talk about pure electric range. In the market, there are always two kinds of customers. So some customers are passionate about off-roading and seek out challenges, saying that I may not use it, but I must have it. And also, some customers prioritize family needs and urban commuting, but they still yearn for occasionally weekend getaways. Actually, we developed a vehicle architecture with a pure electric range of 130 kilometers 4 years back. However, during our internal discussion, someone asked a really good question. Is 130 kilometers enough for people to get around the city? Back then, we performed some customer surveys trying to collect data. According to a 2020 report on commuting in China's major cities, released by the China Urban Planning and Design Institute, the average one-way commuting distance in China's major cities is 9.5 kilometers. Assuming a standard 5-day workweek and a 50-kilometer suburban trip on weekends, a minimum weekly range of 150 kilometers will be required. Furthermore, our analysis of driving data from a lot of SUV owners revealed that over 85% of customers have a weekly urban driving distance of less than 200 kilometers. To satisfy more customers, we set an ambitious goal of achieving a pure electric range of over 200 kilometers for Hi4-Z. However, this posed a significant challenge, as even today, the pure electric range of mid to large-sized SUVs is often capped at around 100 kilometers. So how could we enable a mid to large-size SUV to achieve 200 kilometers? We want to make sure all the space in the vehicle can be utilized efficiently so that we can achieve 200 kilometers with the main frame in place for the vehicle. And here we have a few ideas. First, we want to achieve a highly integrated design while ensuring safety. we want to ensure our power battery has the smallest size, and also for the electric motor and its housing, we want to achieve a very small size. And we want to achieve the shortest longitudinal system of this kind. So for the rotors of the electric motors, we have changed the setup and the arrangement centimeter by centimeter. We want to reduce the thickness of the clutch, and also to save space, we do some integrated welding for the transmission parts. To minimize the sizes of gears, we need to achieve a very high level of precision, maybe down to the accuracy of 2 micrometers. So our transmission is 560 mm, 20% shorter than single-speed transmission on the market. We also have a high safety and a high energy density battery, power battery for the vehicle. As for the cells in the battery, we have high activity for the electrolyte, and also we have a Japanese design for the battery, and there is high strength two layers, and we change the cooling system. For the battery pack, we achieve 234 watt-hours per kilo in its energy density. And while meeting the demand for electricity, we have minimized the size of the battery pack. With all those efforts to achieve a high degree of compactness, we can achieve 201 kilometers of pure electric range for the Tank 500 Hi4-Z. For CLTC, WLTC, and NEDC, we have done our testing. With CLTC, the range could be 1.1 to 1.2 times higher than NEDC, and with NEDC, the figure could be about 20% higher than WLTC. Even with WLTC, we can do 201 kilometers. Yeah, that is the rated WLTC range for this vehicle. But we worry about real-world scenarios where our customers may commute every day. They may also travel to suburban areas. For that, we invited over 170 media outlets and over 300 customers to perform some testing on the pure electric range. And the testing results were really surprising. The highest range in the testing was 299 kilometers. That is not only meeting the specifications, that is way beyond. We can see that Hi4-Z can provide the longest pure electric range among all the hybrid architectures on Earth. With a high range, with a large battery, we gotta think about charging. So if you travel in the city, it is okay. You can take your family to a shopping mall, and when you shop, you can plug in and charge your vehicle. However, if you want to travel, for example, on holidays, when there are many vehicles on the road, then charging could be a pain point. That's a major pain point. When you go to a service station, you plug in and start charging. That's good. However, if you see a very long line of vehicles lining up for charging, then what? It's gonna be really frustrating. It's very frustrating. And how can we handle that? Slow charging is a big issue for large batteries, and it is a disaster. For Hi4-Z, we have an 800-volt platform, a 3C high charging rate battery, and that can achieve a max charging power of 163 kilowatts. So that means you can get 120 kilometers of pure electric range over a cup of coffee. Also, we have a boost module. Even you are in front of a low voltage charging pile, you can achieve the highest charging speed among plug-in hybrid SUVs. That is a benchmark. Hi4-Z, it is a performance beast, and it can go from 0 to 100 kmph in 4.6 seconds. It is equipped with a 2.0T engine and a tri-motor system, delivering a staggering 863 horsepower and 1195 newton meters in its comprehensive torque. It can accelerate from 0 to 100 kmph, as I mentioned, in only 4.6 seconds. Even when the battery is low, they can do that in 5 seconds, give or take. And we can achieve decoupling in the engine, and there is direct transmission from the powertrain to the wheel. And that is why our TANK500 Hi4-Z can climb 22 steep dunes in the Balin-Jaron Desert during the National Day holiday without any degradation in performance. And as for fuel consumption, we can achieve a high improvement. And there are 3 directed drive levels. At any levels of speed, the power level is very high, and also we can achieve a high improvement in fuel economy. Here, let me give you more details. In high-speed scenarios, the planetary gear set locks into direct drive mode, allowing for seamless shifts between 3 direct drive gears that can ensure a consistent and powerful output. And compared to similar hybrid systems, fuel consumption can be reduced by 1.3 liters per 100 kilometers. And also, for general offloading, we can achieve very high maneuverability. And for the rear suspension of this gyro offloader, it can retain the strength of the traditional axles. It can also actually achieve higher performance. Here, let me give you some more details. While retaining the inherent strength of traditional integral axles, our design also accommodates larger electric motor modules, employing industry-leading 4-solenoid hydraulic integrated forming technology. The high-strength steel beam with a diameter of 90 mm and a wall thickness of 7.5 mm is formed in a single process, capable of withstanding 1,000 megapascals. Compared to traditional integral axles, the Dion axle here reduces the unsprung mass by 31 kilos, and the lighter unsprung mass results in more agile handling, better adaptability to uneven road surfaces, and a reduced suspension bounce, leading to improved comfort. Think about athletes. When athletes compete, they want to have better shoes. When their shoes are lighter, they can perform better. As for the battery pack, we want to ensure it occupies the minimal space. But that's not all for safety. For any new energy vehicle, battery safety is a top concern. With Hi4-Z, the battery in the vehicle adopts a protective structure with 8 layers of longitudinal protection and 4 layers of lateral protection. In addition to the reinforced bottom to withstand different impacts, the 4 lateral layers effectively mitigate the side impact damage that is most likely to cause battery deformation from compression. The battery pack utilizes a structurally reinforced aluminum alloy housing. And the battery pack itself is reinforced with side beams and a double layer structure, achieving a torsional stiffness of 32,000 Newton meters per kilo, representing a more than 2x improvement. And here, the battery pack is IP68 waterproof rated. Dual liquid cooling circulation enhances temperature uniformity, providing rapid low temperature heating and efficient high temperature cooling. The upper housing is made of high temperature materials and combined with multiple layers of heat insulating, fire-resistant materials, enabling the entire battery pack to remain fire-free in the event of thermal runaway on individual cells. Just now I talked about IP68 that allows the power battery to function normally when submerged in 1 meter of water for up to 48 hours, exceeding the standards in the industry by 96 times. And actually, the vehicle has undergone rigorous comprehensive load testing at CATARC. It has obtained the country's first top-class transmission quality certification, demonstrating its capability to handle idle, high load, and extreme offload working conditions. And we overshoot industry standards in many aspects. Here, let me give you some examples. The tensile strength of our steering tie rods is 36% higher than the industry standard, and our transmission gear shafts are 13% larger, and the drive shafts are also higher than the industry average or standard. This kind of redundancy in the design can prevent issues like gear breakage and axle breakage, ensuring a safer, more reliable powertrain and vehicle for the driver and passengers. And this vehicle can set up a new benchmark for general off-roading, whether it's precise handling in complex terrains or escape capabilities in extreme environments. The vehicle delivers unmatched performance. The vehicle offers not only an ultra-long range, high performance, and high energy efficiency to meet all scenario travel needs, but also delivers exceptional off-road stability and reliability. It is for general off-roading, but general off-roading is also off-roading. It truly embodies the spirit of tank, and it shows the exceptional capabilities in handling all kinds of terrains and challenging conditions. That is our attitude about tank. Thanks. Thanks for your sharing. A lot of info and details. Thanks. Thanks a lot. So this vehicle can meet travel needs in all kinds of scenarios and all kinds of terrains. This vehicle is the result of our hard work on the engineering team, and also we have received a lot of support from media outlets and friends of our company. Today, we have some stories to share from them. Just now, we heard about a lot of details and specs of the vehicle. My name is Wu Pei. Here, we have a few friends on stage. Let's start from the center. We have Gui Yuna, a spokesperson. Hi everybody, I'm really happy to be here at the event. I love driving, I love nature, and I want to get close to nature. Thanks. So we also have Sister Anne. Sister Anne is from an auto media outlet. Hi, my name is Sister Anne. I have driven all the tank vehicles. It is my great pleasure to be here for this event. And we are here to witness the surprise brought by this new model, a TANK500 Hi4-Z. And also, we have Yang Li here. Yang Li was one of the first auto reviewers and critics in China, and he's also a veteran in uploading. Dear friends, my name is Yang Li. Just now, the moderator gave me a lot of titles. Actually, I'm a vehicle lover. I love driving. Yeah, I've been doing my work for quite some years, and I have seen the rise of Chinese brands. Chinese brands have been going a long way, from zero to quite something. I'm happy to be here with all of you. So, if you have seen some of his early videos, you'll know how professional he is. And we also have some engineers from the company. Hi everybody. I'm from the technical center of GWM. I'm in charge of developing whole vehicles. And Today we are here talking about Hi4-Z, and we have Chao here. Hi, I'm Wang Chao from GWM. I'm in charge of developing hybrid systems at the company. Okay, in this session, let's relax and talk about cars. Just now, Mr. Mu gave us a lot of info, telling us how good that vehicle is. So now, we want to talk about how it feels to drive this vehicle. So what's your feeling? What's your feeling here? I believe the long range is fantastic, and its power is very high. I can travel to more places which I couldn't visit in the past. And this vehicle has a large battery. In the past, I tried some models, but those models, their batteries were not adequate. Now with this new vehicle, the battery is enough to meet my demand on self-driving tours. So, turning to our engineers here, what do you want to see here? Adding a big battery to the tank, is that really hard? Yeah, it's very hard. We got to make sure there is enough space for the battery on board. For an off-roader like this, we need to try our best to get more longitudinal space. So we have developed the shortest longitudinal and we have tried hard to improve the energy density of the battery. We used a ternary battery, and we used some technologies of nanoscale batteries for this power battery that can achieve a very high power density or energy density. So this 59 kilowatt-hour battery pack can be installed in this large off-roader. That is how we can ensure a long range with enough electricity. So the pure electric range is 200 kilometers. Integration here really matters. So that means we need to get space from all the corners on board. Let me ask something else. Yeah, the battery is large, but when the battery is running low, then what? If you are in the wilderness, demand for electricity in the battery could be very tricky. So, what is the trick here? That's about power split. So, let me give the floor to Wang Tao. Yeah, we have the first of its kind power split system. There won't be any scenario where the battery is very low. As long as you drive the vehicle, there is electricity for the battery. And for power split, there is power for the electromotors. There is also electricity for the battery. So the battery will not run very low. You have tried this vehicle for quite some time. Yeah, yesterday I drove the vehicle for a whole day. I have traveled like 200 kilometers. The driving experience is quite stable. It is just like a BEV. At the startup time, acceleration is very stable and smooth. It is very similar to high-power BEVs or pure electric vehicles. but the battery pack has almost 60 kilowatt hours. When you use that for urban commuting, you can regard that as a BEV. So you prefer to drive this in urban settings? So you could see, I have bought this off-roader, but I always drive this in urban settings. So it's going to be an urban SUV for your scenarios. So turning to our engineers, can you drive this as a BEV? So for the front and the rear, we can do the calculation. 3 times 2, that's going to be 6 levels of power. Can we really drive this as a pure electric vehicle or BEV? When there is electricity, the speed of the motor is kind of fixed. That is why it feels like a BEV. It's not like it is not like a BEV. It is a BEV in that case. And then when the battery level changes, we may start power splitting, and that is very smooth. In off-road scenarios, we switch to level 1 both for the front and rear, and the torque will also be adjusted. That is how we can ensure a smooth adherence. So the transmission is about selecting the best mode. When the battery is full, it is a BEV. When the battery is low, then power splitting kicks. If there is any hesitation in the powertrain, the vehicle could be. I was among the last people trying this vehicle, and the wheels were not in the best condition, but still, the performance was amazing. If the road surfaces are ideal, if the wheels are in the best conditions, this vehicle, I believe, can even overshoot 4.6 seconds in going from 0 to 100 kmph. And here, we also have collected some questions from friends online. The electric motors are very large. So if there is any, the wheels remains, and can we really control? Can be handled properly. We want to ensure that on the ground. Yeah, that is a tough issue. It is about. We have for the front. We have measures of electric motors. That is how we can control the. And also, we have the second level control for the torque output. If there is any wheel scratching or empty spinning on the ground, the control can kick in very quickly. So let me summarize. You have the methods on both the front and the rear axles to ensure more responsive control for the wheels, so that the wheels can turn properly. And then about the power splitting, We want to have the better balance in power splitting. On this vehicle, what's the necessity for power splitting? This is a general off-roader. General offloading is also off-roading. We want to make sure that when the battery is full or very low, performance is consistent. We have done a lot of simulation, and power splitting was found to be able to achieve our goal of delivering enough power and performance, no matter how much electricity. The technologies and cloud technology are also. Just now we talk about the concept of. Just now we talk about the concept of general off-roading. For example, keywords to summarize this vehicle from all the other new energy vehicles. I mean, this vehicle can be regarded as a BEV or a pure electric vehicle with 200 kilometers of range. It needs to be charged once a week. If you want to have a weekend getaway, it's also there for you. So it can adapt to maybe 90% of all the usage scenarios. Therefore, I call it a beast in a suit. Now, Yang Li, please give me a single keyword. Tough and violent. Violent means it is very strong. It is violently strong. And the speed, I mean, going from 0 to 100 km/h, it's very fast. If you have tried this vehicle, you could see at the startup, this vehicle appears very confident, surging forward. So that is really very violent. But the violence is only about the power. If you look at the onboard infotainment system or other aspects, it is really friendly, so violent. Okay, what about you? A single word does not work. Let me give you a sentence. It is for multiple scenarios. It can cover urban commuting. It can be used for off-roading. You can drive this vehicle on your self-driving tours. You can even camp out with this vehicle. You can pursue your dreams and your future driving this vehicle. Okay, thanks. Thanks for your sharing. In a few moments, we'll have more info to be shared about the Tank 500 Hi4-Z. Thanks. Thanks for your sharing here. I believe that you have heard this sentence. Half of the off-roading history has been written by GWM. That is really well put. Today, we have heard about all the specs and customer experience in driving this vehicle. Now, let me give the floor to Gu Yukun, Executive Deputy General Manager of the Tank brand. Distinguished guests, media professionals, dear customers of the Tank brand, greetings. I want to thank all of you and Mr. Mu. We have heard so many fascinating stories about the Tank 500 Hi4-Z that we did not know before. Tank is a high-end luxury off-road brand under the banner of our company. We have been committed to the brand image. This is a tough brand image, and we want to provide customers and our partners with more value. We want to make joint efforts to create China's off-roading culture. By now, Tank already has more than 100 partners, able to provide more than 1,000 kinds of services. Tank has become a cultural symbol. 4 years back, we came up with a Tank brand, and now the global sales volume has gone beyond 580,000 units. In China's off-road market, we have maintained a market share of over 50%. It's no stretch to see that 1 out of every 2 off-roaders sold here in China is a Tank. Thanks. Today, we are here with Hi4-Z, the ultimate solution for all-terrain adventures. So that is a cutting-edge hybrid architecture for general off-roading. With its exceptional range, performance, and efficiency, that marks the beginning of a new era for hybrid off-roading. Have you noticed that we've traveled from the Huke Trail to Hangzhou for the Hi4-Z launch event, and that we've chosen Hangzhou as the location to start pre-sales for this model? I believe friends from the media here can feel it. Most cars here on the road have green license plates, with over 64% of vehicles in Hangzhou being new energy vehicles. We've decided to kick off the urban new energy journey of the TANK500 Hi4-Z in this city, the city that understands and accepts new energy the most. Just now, you heard about the technologies and specs. Those are unique. So here, let me draw a short summary. Positioned as a mid to large luxury hybrid SUV, this vehicle is powered by a 2.0T engine and high-power electric motors on both the front and rear axles. Its engine and electric motor setup enables 0 to 100 kmph in only 4.6 seconds. Even when the battery is low, it can go from 0 to 100 in about 5 seconds. In fact, 4.6 is not the limit. With OTA updates, we can push it to about 3 seconds. And with a WLTC pure electric range of 201 kilometers, you can easily go a whole week between charges. The combined range is close to 1,100 kilometers. Thanks to this 3-speed power split front drive module, the engine can achieve high-efficiency direct drive across the entire speed range. When the battery is low, the comprehensive fuel consumption is only 8.6 liters per 100 kilometers, and there is no drop in power or increase in fuel consumption at high speeds. Continuing the legacy in the Tank lineup, the TANK500 Hi4-Z is crafted to meet the standards of ultra-luxury vehicles. From its design and materials to its lavish features, every detail is designed to provide the most opulent appearance. As you know, the TANK500 is renowned for its exceptional NVH performance. And actually here, we can deliver very good features. Those features are usually found in high-end luxury vehicles. And from power to trim, from performance to comfort, we strive for perfection in every detail. And we know that most of the time, this vehicle runs on electricity, which brings about more comfort. Although it is a genre off-roader, it is best in class. It features mechanical differential locks on both the front and the rear axles, along with low-speed gearing on both axles, providing true 4L with a 20-fold torque multiplication and reduced wheel speed, combined with the FTVC intelligent torque vector control system, it offers superior four-wheel drive control. Its redundant general off-road capabilities allow the vehicle to explore more of the unknown. In addition, it adopts the same Dion fiber-rod rear suspension as the Mercedes-Benz electric G-Class, ensuring both optimal comfort, reliability, and max customization. I mean, some vehicle owners may want to customize, and we support maximum customizability. And then this vehicle has the newly upgraded Coffee OS 3.0. It has 4 new intelligent modes, introducing the camping mode and the children's mode. It features enhanced voice recognition and more intelligent, responsive human-computer interaction overall, from power to trim, from performance to comfort. Yeah, this is a wonderful vehicle in all the detailed aspects. We want to ensure that every detail is handled to the utmost. With Tank, we either don't do it, or we do it to the highest standard and become the benchmark.
大家期待已久的时刻终于到了，坦克500 Hi4-Z 呢，今天正式开启预售。
GWM, go with more.
At 8 p.m. today. Alright, we are nearing the end of today's event. I believe the most memorable part of the event is our definite success model. As you remember, that is the nickname of the TANK500 Hi4-Z. It's not only a striking painting job, it means a sense of responsibility and a passionate attitude towards life. The story of Tank's definite success is just a beginning, and the model will be mass-produced with original factory standards. I believe that in the future, the TANK500 Hi4-Z will make contributions to China's auto industry, and we are poised for more success. Thanks. Thank you for your sharing. Please take your seat. Yeah, we believe that this red color from China will bring about additional success. So that's all for this event. Once again, thank all of you for your attendance.
GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more.